Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Scotty's Hobbies one more time. Or maybe for the first time. Today I'm working on my 5.3. I have a intermittent P0327 or 332. I don't remember which one. I think it's 327. One of the knock sensors keeps giving a malfunction, especially when I just romp on it. This is going to be replacing the knock sensors under the intake manifold. It's not that hard. I haven't done it in a while, so it might be kind of rusty, but we can get it done for sure. I'll show you how to do it. You are going to do both knock sensors while you're down there, or in there I should say, so make sure you have two of them. I got two. Also, doing this job, I highly recommend you replace the wiring harness as well. So this is a new harness to put on. When we take the intake manifold off, you obviously are going to have to replace it with a new gasket. So make sure you get a new manifold gasket. On top of all that, there is a TSB for both of these codes and probably a couple more that's sent out by Chevy. The reason that these codes get triggered or caused the root of those is water drips down right at the center of the motor onto the intake manifold, down into the valley of the motor, into the knock sensor holes. You'll see these are going to probably rusty. So what GM recommends is to put silicone. Make sure you clean the holes really well where the knock sensors are, and put silicone right there so it seals it. So I got some high temp RTV gasket maker. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get started. Please like, subscribe, and share while we're going through this video. If I don't cover something or you see something that you have a question on, shoot and ask that question. I will for sure answer it. If you look, I answer everybody, or I try to. If I'm doing something wrong too, please point that out. So here we go. We're going to take off the intake manifold. Here we go. $8 millimeter. Throttle body cable off. Okay. Careful with that clip that holds your cruise control on, so don't lose that. This is going to be for your evap purge solenoid. Go ahead and disconnect that. Your sensor right here. Disconnect that one. Disconnect this sensor. Go ahead and pull them away. I got dielectric grease in mine already. If you haven't done that, you should put. Alright, so got the electrical part off. This is just you're gonna push it, push the white piece through, and raise. So that's all you gotta do to get your sensor off. Your sensor is a nice little 8 millimeter right here. Now I'm gonna leave my sensor on, but I do want to take off the cruise and throttle cable. Set those off to the side. Alright, so on this side, the EGR valve is going to have to come off. You got a 10 millimeter right there. If you had a bad EGR valve gasket, now would be your time to replace it. This is a flex pipe. Here's your gasket right here. Just make sure it's all nice and not cracked or anything. When you put it back on, maybe put some WD-40 on it and make sure it slides in nice and easy. This 10 millimeter needs to come out. This is for your PCV valve. This one's actually good. So if you were going to replace your PCV valve, now would be a good time to do so. Get them both off the upper fuel line and the lower. I think they're different sizes, so you're not going to be able to get them mixed up. But if so, just if they're not different sizes, make sure what you got going on here, okay? To get these off, you're going to use these fuel line tools. Let's see what size it is. Looks like this one is going to be a 3/8 right off the bat. Yep. So what you do is goes around the fuel line, the hardened line. You press this one forward and press that one in at the same time. You're gonna push these up to the lip right here and be able to slide it right off. It's really simple, so just don't think too much about it. Let me get this bottom one off. Really hard for you to see, sorry. See, I think this one might be a smaller one. Let's see. This is gonna be a return line. That top one was a 3/8. This bottom one, I'm gonna try a 5/16. There we go. Woo! Sometimes a little hard, but I got it. So the bottom one is a 5/16. That top one is a 3/8. You don't need the tools to put them back on, so you just need them to remove it. That's it. So our wiring harness needs to be disconnected. Fuel injectors need to be disconnected too. They have these little gray locks on them. So you pull up on the gray lock first, and then there's a gray tab that you gotta push on and then pull up. See the tab? Same thing right here. Pull it up. That one was barely on, which isn't good. Who the hell did this? And you just want to set it off to the side if you can. Might as well take this alternator one off. Fuel lines are off, evap line. This one's going to get fished through when it pulls out, so just keep an eye where you have it. Your PCV, I'm going to leave mine on. Alright, so now let's get these cooling system lines off. And this is to the radiator. So you want to keep this one high, I think, so it doesn't drain the radiator. I already have green fluid in here. Okay, that one's off. Alright, now we should be able to lift this up. The vacuum line for the booster needs to come off. Could pull it out a little bit more. And then get out my my PCV. Go ahead and get this vacuum line off the back. It's for the brake booster. Your evap line is getting hung up right here. This is out. You won't believe what's in my truck.
What?
New knock sensors. The knock sensors, this bolt head is a 7/8. Sometimes they're rusty and they're not been replaced prior. And you got to spray like WD-40 on them, or some PB spray to get them loose. But luckily, these ones have been replaced already. And you know what? We're going to do a little bit of a comparison too. What's up, crazy? You want to say hi? And we're going to show you how to change oil later? On what car?
Acura and
The Corolla?
Yeah.
There you go. Ohms of resistance. I think it's like 99 on them. Sounds good. I'd call these both pretty much good. That 103 is a little high. These new ones I think are 99 ohms of resistance. My finger's on it too. .4, yeah, see. I think I got these ones on Rock Auto, I think. I use them for everything. And it doesn't matter which one you put where. They're both the same part numbers. Looks like I had some fucking rodents in here too. And these you don't want to go super duper tight. Just German torque spec tight, which is Guden tight. So now I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up everything around the ports and right here. Get all this stuff off. Let's Alright, so I'm going to put silicone around this one. Just do a quick, easy, light bead. Hopefully you don't shake as much as I do. I'm also going to put it around the edge of the knock sensor hole. On the inside of the rim. And it's just going to push straight down. Sensor lead goes through the back near the fuel lines, so it'll come right back up where it was originally placed, and that's it. So now we're going to reverse everything, make sure to put our new gasket on our intake manifold, put it back down. This job really doesn't take that long. So the intake manifold gaskets on this thing, they clip on and off. See a lot better this way. So you have a clip right here, clip in the center, clip on the side. There you go. These things are always soaked with oil. So here's the new gaskets. Going to go like so. Come on. Like so. Like so. So this one is now nice and tidy on there. Make sure everything lines up. Go ahead and clip this one on. And in the center, perfect. So now we're just going to fish it back through. You'll watch out for everything you hit on the way out. Alright, we're nice and seated now. Can't move it around. When you bolt this up, you want to start with the center one, so cross, tighten, okay? We're going to go ahead and put our fuel injectors back on. Why is this being so much of a fucking hassle? Okay, got that one on, got those hoses on, electrical connection, evap line. Let's get our friggin' fuel lines on that one. When you do start this thing back up, you're gonna have to let it prime for a second, so don't Go straight to crank. Let the fuel pump prime. Got those locked. While you're right here, you might as well find your knock sensor lead, which mine fell down again, but it is right here. Plug back in. Good. Back here, you're gonna make sure you get your map sensor plugged back in. Put that one in there. Got that one nice and tight. I just realized that good. Alright, so now get our throttle lines hooked back up. Those came right here. Let's pull this all the way over. Good. Remember this one had that oh shit clip. That's that. Don't forget to get your alternator back on. Don't forget to put the PCV valve back on. If yours doesn't rattle like that one does, replace it. On mine, I'm going to put my zip tie back on or get another one. Yours should just push back in. So here we go, moment of truth. Remember, we're going to prime it first.